Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Correct. Okay. The LA Lakers 47-35 last year. What was your favorite move that they made?
Dalton Connect looks decent.
Yep.
At least they kind of took a flyer on a guy that, what they need more of shooting. He looked good moving while shooting. Some guys are just standing still. He looks like a movement shooter. So, maybe they have something there. He's 6'6", so he's got some size. He's a little older, 23, but maybe that'll help him uh, contribute right away. So if he can shoot, I don't know if he's going to hold up defensively, but at least if he has a skill they can use.
Yeah. No, I like that move as well. Did you know Cam Reddish is still on this team? That's like I didn't realize that
I
until I was looking up
I
information.
pull up their roster when I'm doing this, and I was like, some of these guys, I was like, Cam Reddish. Talk about a guy that everyone was like, oh, maybe we could get Cam Reddish in a trade, and now it's
Yeah,
like, oh, does he play ever?
right, exactly. I just put down just for the kind of cool aspect of it. We're never gonna really see it in the NBA, but I did put down with an asterisk the Bronny James being on the team just because the father-son aspect. Like we're just never gonna see that in the NBA very often. So I just thought I'd put that down as not maybe not my favorite move, but it's kind of cool, right? Like so I put that down.
Yeah, the story of it is actually really cool to think of. Even all the shenanigans and garbage that went into it to make it
Sure,
happen, you're like,
sure.
whatever. But how many guys play long enough to have their kid play with them?
Yeah, that's the cool part. Yeah. So least favorite move?
As cool as it is, I also put it as my least favorite move because I'm
Correct. Yep.
tired of hearing about it. And
Already. Yep.
he's a good basketball player compared to the rest of us, but
100%.
I don't think dude can really play in the NBA. So it'll be interesting to see how much he quote has to play with LeBron on the team, and if JJ Redick can actually pull him off, or just be like, he's going to be the Nasus of our team and be a really good cheerleader.
Well, I think that's a disservice to him because he should be going out and playing in like G leagues and stuff because he needs reps. I think there, obviously like you said, he's better than all of us, like that actually talk about. But as far as NBA, if his name had any other name, like he wouldn't have been drafted most likely, and he would be in the G League, or he would have probably stayed in college, is what he would have done for one more year. So yeah, it was my least favorite because and the other part of the reason why it's my least favorite is because people want to tell you that he's like, oh, there's something there, and like they're trying to make you think you never watched basketball before, and I just think that's so annoying. It's like when these ESPN pundits and are like, oh, well, there's something there, he could be a good like rotation player, and it's just like he's not that right now. Like he's not that good. He shouldn't have been drafted in the second round of the NBA draft. It's because of his dad. That's fine. Just admit it and move on. So that's another reason why
Yeah,
it's my least favorite.
yeah. And he's 6'2". If he's 6'5" or 6'6", like, all right, cool, he can play defense.
Hmm.
But a 6'2" defender um, that really can't shoot doesn't do any good. I mean, who's he switching on to and locking down?
Correct.
Um, so it's just, you're right. Like, I don't. It was cool. He played when they played the Bucks a couple days ago. Like, it's cool to see, but at the same time, you watched him in that game, and that was a preseason game, and you're like, this looks rough.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him too.
Yeah.
Um, okay, biggest question for you for the Lakers?
Are they just is LeBron and AD like just too old at this point to play a whole season? And I
Hmm.
know like they have stretches and they're good, and it's incredible to see LeBron like he's about to turn 40 and he still does it. I mean, you can see where age has caught up in some areas, but dude's still really good. And Anthony Davis was healthy last year, which all right, now he's a year older because is he going to play 70 games this year? Probably not. And finally, is JJ Redick actually a coach?
Yeah, that's a really good one, that last one. And that's my question is like who else is going to show up on this roster? Because if this team's going to compete, if it's actually going to contend, which is where LeBron James is at, wants to be in his career right now, him and AD need help. And I don't know necessarily where we're going to find it in this roster. Reese is fine. Hachimura is Hachimura, right? Like, you know what he is. Russell's going to be like hot one game and can't hit a shot the next. What is left of Gabe Davis? Right? Like, what is he going to be? You already mentioned Dalton Connect. That'll be interesting. You're relying on Cam Reddish and Jared Vanderbilt and all these guys. So it's like, is the roster enough around these two? Which that's to compete in the West, and I don't think it's there. So that's sort of the big question I have going into this season.
Yeah, it just feels like throw stuff against the wall, and as long as you have LeBron and AD playing, they will be respectable. But especially as you said, with the West the way it is, LeBron can't miss 20 games, or Anthony
Right.
Davis can't miss 20 games,
Right.
and be fighting for a top 6 seed if that happens.
Right. Well, and that was the same argument when we had our season prediction last year when I was like, hey, Morant missing 25 games. I don't think Memphis is going to get to the playoffs this year. Like, they're not getting the play-in. It's double now because I think the West got better from last year than this year. So, yeah, I'm with you. Prediction or any other thing on the Lakers? Okay, prediction.
Play-in.
Yeah, I have them as a play-in as well. The Phoenix Suns, round of the Phoenix. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.